I got a clean cut, bro.
Is anyone else Jewish in here?
Right here, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say what up to Livy?
Yeah, that's all super sweet.
She's with me, bro.
Livy, is that new?
Steiny like.
We're going out this week.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I actually do believe you. Is
Would
that
you like-
true?
What?
Are you going to go on a date with Steiny?
It's not in the books.
So would you? Would you?
Yeah, you would.
I fear that we have very different politics. I don't think we would.
Give me one example. Give me one example.
Okay, how about I'm gonna throw this out there, and you guys both answer.
Okay.
Your thoughts on the on the protests happening right now?
I think there's... Yo,
Stop the sounds, bro.
Yo, dude.
The sounds are fucking
shut
me
the
up.
fuck up.
It's too funny, though.
Okay,
Like,
can I get my response?
Yeah.
I know, it just makes it
I think two things.
too intense.
Everything works, dude.
I think that there should be some sort of like statute of limitations, if you will. Like if there's someone that's been here for like 10 years as a family, I don't necessarily agree with ripping them out of their homes, but I also think there's anarchists and people that take advantage of the situation, the looters that wait for moments like this and they take away everything from the positive protests.
How would you review the police response to the?
That's the hardest thing that you can't answer that because there's two sides. There's people peacefully protesting, and then there's people that take advantage of the situation that are causing Waymos, lighting them on fire, looting the Apple store. So how do you balance
did take
that?
some damage. The Waymos took some heat.
That is true. However, there are people I also believe that are on the police force and that are abusing the situation as well in terms of fighting back. And you're looking at me like I'm crazy, and this is why I'm
not
saying
looking at you like you're crazy.
Thank
I'm not looking at her like she's crazy.
Well, she says she's
That's
Olivia
the classic
countered.
victim play. I'm just saying. I'm not looking at her like she's crazy. I want to make
Now
it
you're
very clear.
accusing her of playing victim. This is not working.
Very smooth.
right.
No, we were just talking about...
This is not working.
No, but I'm not looking at you like you're
Jared Leto
crazy.
I apologize for saying you were looking at me like I
Yeah.
was crazy. You weren't.
No. Okay.
You're not
But what I'm
crazy,
saying is if
Steiny.
you're a
Do you
police...
think this is a good start?
Yeah.
Okay.
This over dinner, then we'd have a couple drinks, and it'd go smooth.
Right.
I promise you.
Hopefully not like the last time your ex-girl described that date.
What did she say?
Did you see that?
No.
She was just saying you guys had a horrible day.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when you like called out the table next?
Yes.
to you or
Yeah, that was bullshit. That's why I don't do dates anymore. Shit like that.
Thoughts on
You don't even have anything.
thoughts on the
it's not good.
how do you feel about Trump pardoning the January 6th protests?
Jesus, dude, that's old news.
Well, how do you feel about it?
going on?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Do I agree with him pardoning NBA YoungBoy? Absolutely. But
He's dodging.
I'm not dodging. This is like
He is.
you're taking me back to traveling in time, dude. This was old news.
Then you should have no problem recalling your opinion.
Dude, how do you feel about World War II? Like, I don't know.
It wasn't good.
Like,
Easy.
Why are we going back in the
Easy.
past?
It wasn't good.
Jesus, dude.
It
Let's
was
talk about
bad.
relevant shit.
All right, so you guys want to look at this culture? Or you just want to bitch and moan about some bullshit? Like, keep going, just humiliating yourself in front of.
I'm not
Olivia.
humiliating myself. I guarantee you, tomorrow night, well, let's do dinner.
You'll guarantee that, huh?
We'll do.
You guarantee will you see me there?
I know a spot. I got a good vegan spot.
She
that we
said
could go
something
to.
funny about like your politics not aligning. Is that that's like a hard, you won't date someone if that's a...
Yeah.
If someone's MAGA, that makes that. I get that. If you're like
Kind of a red flag.
if you're a liberal, if you're a leftist, whatever, it's going to be hard to find common ground with someone who's MAGA.
See, that's the
will
difference
be.
between me and Brad will date fucking anybody.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
just think
matter
it's
your,
like-
your
Well,
political
that's just
beliefs,
called
bro.
desperation.
I'm just spitting
you
facts.
can
Call it
go.
what you want. Spitting facts.
No. I think it's weird though. That's like that becomes so much of your personality that like you can't have just a regular relationship with someone.
No, but it's not because it's
It's
about your
fundamental.
principles like a human being. I feel like if you're like MAGA, like all out Trump, I just feel like
Well, do we come off as all out MAGA guys to you?
I don't know. I don't think Bradley. I don't know about Bradley's politics, but you do come off as
Really?
MAGA. Yeah, you're MAGA, aren't you?
Do I support Trump? Yeah, but am I like all out MAGA? I don't know.
Didn't you
about
meet
that.
him? You met Trump.
A few
I met
times.
Trump, yeah.
A few times.
Few
I don't know
times.
where that came from, but
You met Trump
the president of the
too?
United States, I did meet him 3 or 4 times.
It's pretty
I'll
amazing.
do anything. I'll do anything, sir.
I think the violence is and the rioting and all this aspect has been greatly exaggerated by the media. It's been
How
like,
was that? What do you
extremely
mean, bro?
peaceful. What?
What are you talking about?
Well,
Every
so-
picture you see online is a car burning.
Every picture you see online because of what you
What do
look
you
at.
What do you think the internet's going to be more attracted to seeing? The cars on fire or the peaceful protests? Let me ask you that.
The car's on fire.
So what are they going to push in your face?
That's you're proving my
So
point.
what I'm, yeah, but what I'm
proving
saying
his
is
point.
before all the fucking people start laughing is the majority of people out there are probably seeing the negative shit over the positive shit.
Yeah, but
And
I'm
that's
saying
a
that that's
shame.
I'm saying
Yeah.
that
Bad.
what they're seeing is not. I think that
not-
the
it's not
protests have
reality.
been like
It's mass
extraordinarily
panic.
peaceful.
Because I haven't seen not one piece of, and I wish I did, but I haven't seen much of the peaceful
I
protests.
have.
Yeah, I mean, the
I've seen
whole day.
some,
No, the
yeah.
whole
Yeah.
day. It's all day. They're just there and they're super peaceful. They're marching. I mean, the
I
first
haven't
day.
been able to go to one yet, but I've had a bunch of friends
First
go this
date.
week, and I will be. You want to? Would
You
you want to
protest?
go with me to a
I'll,
nice
I'll
protest?
protest peacefully.
Give
You
me-
will?
Sure.
Put a
We
sign
can-
in his hand.
We
You
can
know,
actually-
Angle.
we can talk about
Interesting
that.
angle, Stein.
you know, it'd be funny. Steiny ends up being the one to burn a Waymo down.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have that in me. Especially if we're
maniac.
sober. We're sober that day.
Steiny and
so I'm going to be
Black
behaved.
You'll be sober.
Yes.
Good.
I think.
Be ready to learn.
I think like the response, the federal response has been fucking insane.
In what aspect?
Because
Sending
there's-
in all the.
Yeah, because there's been
no
absolutely no
need
need
for all the
for it.
troops.
It's just
Stupid.
total exaggeration. It's a total like.
I think you guys kind of oversee how hard of a situation it is when you do have people taking advantage of the situation that are going crazy. Like how can you really?
It's not that.
That's
there
serious.
is- no,
Burning
there
cars
is
and
disorder.
breaking into places and looting is a serious thing.
It is disorder, and certainly like something that should
be easily helped.
the best effort should be done to hold these people accountable, arrest them, etc.
Okay, so
but,
then
but
let's-
these happen on every large scale protest, and the scale of the destructive behavior, I think, in this protest has been on the low side, even compared to other ones we've seen in LA.
Okay, so Dancing
It
Dan
didn't
and
have,
you,
like, an
how's
insane
it?
federal response?
How would you guys handle it then? If you're in this situation to stop the.
You just make
not
sure
not
everyone's
by
safe.
not by sending in Marines. It's
Yeah,
just
So how else do you
Marines.
do it?
there's with the police force,
Yeah, the
of which
LAPD's
there's
got it.
plenty. There.
You think
listen,
LAPD has it?
without getting too specific, I have firsthand knowledge of these protests, and
You went there.
without doxing myself, I live in very close to proximity to where they've been occurring, and I can tell you from personal firsthand experience, what you're seeing in the media is blown way the fuck out of proportion. This is all happening within like a 2-block area. Like this is not
That's
a
that
large
true?
scale.
Yeah, yeah.
So Dan Street is safe.
No,
Anybody
no,
out
they
there?
make it sound like the entire city of LA is being like.
They
It's
do.
in chaos and
Locked
it's like
down, but
mass
it's
looting or whatever. It
literally
was like
right-
one Apple store and a Nike store, and it happened on the first couple nights of the protest. Now all of downtown is completely fucking locked down at night, like
There's a
to an
curfew
absurd
now.
degree.
But it's
you don't
all-
need the National Guard and the Marines for this. It's just this isn't like the '92 riots
do
in
you
LA.
understand
it's
that
not
they're
totally different order.
the
of
Marines?
magnitude.
No,
show.
the Marines are not coming in to stop the peaceful protests. They're coming in to stop the looting and the.
They're
There's no
coming in
looting.
to intimidate protesters.
which
Still shouldn't
not
do that.
protesters.
They're coming in because
And-
Trump wants to convince people that there's some civil war happening with him in California. It's all political. They're not doing anything. You seen the picture of them? They're sleeping on the floor.
So this is where I disagree with you because I think that intimidation can be good to stop the
It's-
negative things happening.
No,
And
it's not intimidation. It's
They're crossing
propaganda.
the line. There's a video of, we can pull it up, of a news broadcaster literally just standing there giving the story, and you can see one of the guys line up and shoot a rubber bullet.
Okay, did he
right
line up?
after.
Wait,
That was pretty crazy.
Did she
That
happen
shit
to be in the line
happens
of
all day.
fire, or did
No.
he line up?
No,
and,
he turned
He's
towards.
straight
Okay, that's
up.
not okay.
I saw that.
It was pretty
But did
bad.
he
Thank
line
you.
up?
And that
Yeah,
is
he lined up.
very.
He
That
lined
is
up.
very
I'll
prevalent.
show
he-
you.
No,
Yeah.
he also
that
the
are-
Australian
that are
reporter that
keeping
he's
these
in the leg.
places
I love
quote
that
unquote
fucking game.
safe.
The reason why
You
this
don't
is,
like that. You don't like shooting civilians.
no, the reason why this is all fucked up is because it's like we're talking about a problem now that has been a problem for a long time. And the reason why this conversation is going on and is so like heated is because people have been here for so long and they've been allowed to come here. Not allowed, but there's not been much to keep people sort of out. Like the borders haven't been a strong border.
So my take is this, because I agree with you. The borders have been like completely mismanaged. What I think is this, like, if you want to regulate immigration, that's totally fine to do. But people that are here, that have families here, that live here, and et cetera, people, having ICE pull up to their houses, pull it up to their places of work, tearing apart families. They says they're only doing that against violent criminals. They're not doing it against violent criminals. They're doing it against everybody.
People I know.
And there's not a lot of immigrants are not a lot of fucking violent criminals. Most immigrants are hardworking, honest family people. You guys probably know that. You
I agree
lived
with that.
here.
Yeah.
Especially So like if you want to control the border, do that. But the whole ICE thing is totally fucking manic
There was
insanity.
a 10-year-old yesterday, or 9 years old. He was deported by himself back to Honduras. He was held separate from his father after their hearing. And I don't know if his father was also deported, but he by himself went back to Honduras, a life that he's never known.
Well, let me give you an example of someone I know.
Can we fact check that?
That's
Yeah, his name is
No, you
Martyr.
can, yeah, you can fact check it.